Hi, everyone. I'm Denise O'Malley, the founder of Udefine Wellness, and welcome to yet another edition within the Defining Wellness Confab. If you've been following along, then you know that what I'm doing is I'm introducing you over a period of 8 days to 53 of the best health and wellness experts that I know. I'm sharing with you my tribe, those who are part of the Udefine Wellness Network. And today I have the pleasure of introducing you to one of our newest members of the Udefine Wellness Network, Meghan Baumann, who is a Reiki practitioner. We'll get into it. It's a Reiki master teacher, but we'll get into all of that. Meghan, I am delighted to have you here with me today. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh my gosh, thank you. You've been busy. This is wonderful.
I've been busy, but you know, we're all busy these days, right?
Right. Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. So this is your opportunity. Well, first of all, it's my opportunity to get to know you better because you're one of the newest people who've joined our network. And so we've had a few conversations, but we haven't really gotten to know each other as people. And for me to really understand what your passion is all about. So, well, let's start off with you talking about what do you do?
So I am a Reiki practitioner. And there's a lot that goes along with that. So I started this journey at September of 2016. I finished the fourth degree class, the master teacher class, through Ann Bibby, who, oh my gosh, she's my mentor and my teacher. And she also is one of the reasons that I do this now as a business. She's been a rock for me. So she's very psychic and very intuitive as well as doing the Reiki and teaching. And she encouraged me, and she saw this for me before I ever thought this would be anything I would ever do in my life. So just a little shout out to her. But,
that's okay. Plug her.
Yeah. So yeah, I started this 2016 and I actually adopted a little boy December, right after I finished. And I was working for a stem cell company and we were helping people to heal. And I absolutely loved that part of it. The company itself was not something I really needed to be a part of any longer. And this little boy, I always say he saved me from that. But all of this and the divine timing really got me going in this direction. I was able to start doing Reiki on him right at birth. And it changed my outlook on the whole thing. I had done it myself and I'd been a part of it, but what it did for him, and it, I apologize, sometimes I get a little emotional still.
Oh no, this is just all real. It's real.
Oh my gosh, so real. Just life-changing. So that is why I do this now. And I encourage everybody, everybody is a candidate. Everybody can benefit from this. Reiki itself can do no harm, and it's completely incredible and can be life-changing for someone who's willing to go through it. Yeah.
So for the person who maybe has heard the word Reiki, maybe the person who hasn't heard the word before, what is Reiki?
So Reiki it's energy healing. There's some touch, but a lot of it, and we can even do sessions over the phone. So we can do distance sessions, and that energy is the same, just like if we were in the room together. So usually people come see me. I have a massage table. You stay fully clothed. It's not a massage, but you do lay down, you get comfortable. And I always tell people I look a little nuts because I'll wave my hands and I put my hands above your body and feel the energy. And then we kind of work together. And, you know, Reiki is not a religion, but I personally believe that God is what can heal us.
Okay, we froze for just, okay, let's go back. We froze for just a moment. Meghan, we froze for just a quick moment. So repeat that last thing about the spirituality of it.
Okay, yeah. So Reiki itself is not a religion, but I personally believe that God is what helps us to heal. And so depending on every person, I can keep it to myself or we can talk openly about that as we do a session. So I also always have people, we have a conversation first. I want to know your intention, what you're looking for. If you're wanting to just help your body feel better, a lot of times there's a lot of emotional scars attached to that physical pain. Reiki has been incredible for helping people to transition and get rid of all that negativity that helps the body to heal.
So one thing that I'd like to point out about Reiki, I've had Reiki from a number of different practitioners, and I love it. That sounded like a qualified love it. I didn't that way. But where I was going with that is that I have found it is different in every single situation with every single practitioner.
Yep.
One of the things that I want to say is, yes, you said the word healing. I've also gone and received Reiki when I felt perfectly fine.
Right.
And it was just more like a massage for me, a fluffy massage as opposed to a healing massage.
Right.
We both heal, but you know what I'm trying to say. And it was just a relaxing experience. So it's not that you have to go receive Reiki just when you're hurting or having something wrong. It's going to help you even when you don't.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that, for sure. And I continue to get Reiki sessions constantly just to help. I believe, especially as a practitioner, we really need to seek that continual clearing and just to keep us all kind of on that higher vibration so that we can really help people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So you can do it by phone. They can come to you. They lay on the massage table. You walk around the table. You're doing the energy healing. But there's various forms of Reiki that are out there. And
True.
you specialize in what kind?
So my training was in, it's Usui. So this was discovered back in Japan in the late 1800s by, and I don't want to butcher his first name, but Mikao Usui. So he realized that Reiki and through this energy healing, it really helped people to heal physically and emotionally. And then it came to America, and there's so much history with it, and it sprouted out, and it's all changed, but it really all has a very similar or really same core to it, which is moving negative energy, helping people to heal physically and emotionally, as well as, like you said, relax. It's amazing, like restless leg syndrome. I've had so many clients who struggle with sleeping, and this has been incredible for that restless leg syndrome, and just helping them to sleep and out of heads at night. I also, meditation these days, I never thought I'd be that person either, but it's been incredible what meditation has done for me and for my clients. So I can help people with that. Panic attacks, I've had people call me, and we can, it's incredible. Anxiety, depression, but like you said, even if you're feeling good, just to keep you feeling good. Mm-hmm. Or just to relax, because life is stressful.
Yeah. So you do Reiki on your son, and you have since he was really little. What do you notice different in his attitude or demeanor after a Reiki session? Anything?
Oh my gosh, yes. So, and I also take him to Anne, who was my teacher. She does sessions on him as well. And he's a wild man. He's 2.5, and he is not still. He never has been. As soon as he could move, he was moving. But he gets on the table, and he will just chill out and lay there. And you can tell that he just loves it. Kids are incredibly intuitive and in touch still with so much more, I think, that we as adults have moved away from. And they're already so much more clear, and there's no ego involved. They just are, and they're just real. So the sessions with kids, I've noticed, have been incredible. They're quicker usually. We can go a little quicker because there's not as much. Uh-huh. But he calms right down. He loves this. And then, he's still 2, so but definitely I just physically, especially for him, I saw huge changes. When he was born, he had no cartilage in one of his ears, and he actually failed the test. Oh, I think I lost you. Oh, are you there?
I'm there.
Sorry.
We lost your picture.
Sorry about that.
We lost your picture. There you are.
Okay. Last thing. Anyway, so yeah, when he was born, and then he was also had hip dysplasia and a few other issues, low tone. We worked with for a long time, and we were even told once that he may not walk, and he runs. But let me get back to this. So the hearing test. So this is when I had just finished my 4th degree, and I was just doing the Reiki on him, and I still was learning. And so I started doing the Reiki on his little ear, and right away the next morning it like plumped up, and the doctor was like, well, that's interesting. And he passed the hearing test, and I'm telling the nurse, oh my gosh, I've been doing this Reiki stuff. And anyway, so it blew my mind what it did for him. And not only that, but he had a lot of bruising from, the labor itself. He was a breech C-section, and his little back was so bruised, and it was amazing how quickly he healed. It blew my mind, and he just continued to heal. It was like, just, some of it was him, but I really felt that the sessions were just helping it get through quicker, and helping him. I mean, he's so, I don't know, he's so incredible. But through the Reiki, we really were able to help him move all the negative energies out quicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm stuttering.
No, I never asked the question about if you saw a difference after with children. I've had people talk about doing Reiki with animals, and we have a Reiki practitioner who her cat will never sit in her lap. The cat always sits in the husband's lap, except when the cat wants Reiki.
Yeah, I believe that.
Okay.
Right.
It just blows my mind sometimes. So tell me about your business. What is the name of your business? Where do you work? And I know you work with people over the phone as well, but tell me about your business.
Transcend Healing is the name, and I have an office in my home in Wellington, Colorado, just north of Fort Collins. And I'm working at getting an office in Fort Collins to be used once in a while as well, so that will be an option. I also do house clearings, so that's been a really amazing experience. And at that time, I can also do a Reiki session on you in your home, so that's an option as well. Yeah.
Cool.
And pets, like you said, pets for sure. A lot of times it's easier to pet in the home at the same time.
So let me ask, since you mentioned the house clearing, we haven't had anybody on this confab that's going to be talking about house clearance. So you've got to lay all to yourself on this one.
Okay.
I know what a house clearing is. Our audience may not. Tell me about it.
So we can do, and I've done offices as well, but there's so many different reasons. My mother's actually a realtor, and she was having a hard time selling a home. And I said, well, let me go in and see what I can do. And the people were open to it. And sure enough, the next day she got an offer. It's almost the same as on a purse. So homes and foundations have energies attached to them that are old. Some are not so good. Sometimes it's just the energy from other people who have lived there. There's so many different things that are held in a home, and a lot of it is our own negativities, or people have gone through divorces. Just to help lift that up, I really recommend doing your personal body as well, because otherwise all of this is just going to come right back in. Right. So really the two go hand in hand, I believe. But it's up to the person and what they want, if they just want a house clearing, or if there's, if people get a little freaked out at night, sometimes things go bump in the night. These can be a wonderful way to lift those negative energies and help get things where they belong, which is out of your home and into the light. So
do you use sage for it?
I can use sage. There's also a wood called Palo Santo Holy Wood.
Yes. Yes.
There's also use selenite. I am terrible with words. Selenite slabs to help clear, and really hands Reiki, just getting that intention into every room, every corner of the home, and lifting every little piece of it, so nothing can hide. Nothing is like it's not a one and done ever for anything. especially the personal clearings, because we continue to have life and trauma and stress, and we just get in our own way. We call these things back into our bodies. So I really, it's not necessarily a one-time thing. A lot of these sessions, it takes more than that to really get to the root of everything, for people to really open up more and more. But the same for the homes. The homes, usually it just depends on the house. So usually it's a one, but not always. I always tell people to really be aware of that and what's happening.
So I found something really interesting with house clearings. There are people who I've mentioned when we just moved 2 months ago, bought a new place, and we did a house clearing, and some of our family members kind of raised their eyebrows and like, oh my gosh, they've fallen off the deep end now. They're just really kind of funky. And yet when we had somebody who recently was moving and asked us, do you have some of that sage left over? And it was just, it kind of cracked me, because this was someone who does not have the same belief systems that we do.
Right.
And his reasoning was better safe than sorry.
I like it.
He didn't want to believe in any stuff, but he was just like, it couldn't hurt.
Right.
And so I think it's a great ceremony to be able to do, and to bring in somebody who actually knows what they're doing, as opposed to, okay, well, I'm just going to wave this sage stick around and see what happens. It's kind of funny.
See what happens.
I know. It really is funny. We had actually one of our neighbors passed away a week ago in his townhouse 4 doors down. And I'm dying to say to ask the family if they would like us to come in and do a clearing, or to come in, but I don't know them very well, so I haven't done it yet. Right. So that tone that we had was for me to ask you, what would you like to make sure that you include in this video that we haven't talked about yet?
Yeah, I mean, I also do crystal readings. So that's another little modality. Those can be very fun. They're similar. They're not tarot card readings, but there's a lot of information that goes along with them, and we can do those distantly, or again right here in my office. Yeah. And then I was going to offer, for anyone who's watching, I would be happy to do a complimentary 30-minute session just to introduce you to Reiki. So your first session, and then we can go from there.
That is fantastic. A very generous offer. So let's get to the point where I can tell you how you can reach Meghan. Let me share my screen here real quick. So Meghan. It's been a long day.
I know, you've been at this.
So you can reach Meghan. She is a part of the Udefine Wellness Network. And of course, you can go to our website at udefinewellness.com and provider directory, and you can find her through there. I'm going to have her actual contact information in a screen or two for you. But while you're at Udefine Wellness, you might want to stop and find out what we're all about. We are a network of health and wellness professionals from across the country. We have hundreds of professionals in our network representing 130 some odd modalities, from the Western medicine to the Eastern medicine, everything in between. And we actually do a background check on all of our providers before they can join our network. They can't just pay a fee and come on and anybody would be there. We actually want to know who we're working with. And so we do a criminal background investigation. We're looking at their reputation. We're looking at any disciplinary actions and stipulations against any licenses they have. So while it's not complete, and you do have to do your own due diligence anytime you work with someone, you can at least rest assured to know that we have also looked at them, and we're not just letting anybody in our network. And with the network, what we're able to do is we're able to put together some programs, ways to help you access and pay for health and wellness services of your choice, such as an employee benefit plan that we have for the workplace, an education catalog filled with dozens of topics that anyone worldwide can participate, any group worldwide can participate in our education catalog. And if you need a speaker for a lunch and learn at the workplace, or a community group or a school, we've got the speakers for you. And launching with the Defining Wellness Confab is the Healthy Living Savings Card for individuals, retirees, self-employed, and You know, those who don't have our employee benefit plan in place so that you can receive discounts on health and wellness products and services, there is a fee of $49.50 if you sign up by August 1st. That's half off. And it's unlimited. That never expires. You can share it with your family and your neighbors if you wanted to. But it just, when you present that card, it just tells the health and wellness professional in our network that you're entitled to a discount. And you do need to check the separate provider directory for that one. And you can just go to udefinewellness.com to find out more. And while you're there, take a look at the Holistic Healing Workplace Crisis Support Team that we're forming. We are spinning this off as a nonprofit just so that we can provide free health and wellness services in the workplace when crisis has hit. You know, here in Colorado, we're not immune to mass shootings, unfortunately, and that's what comes to mind when you think about a crisis in the workplace. But it can be other things, such as the suicide or death of a coworker, and we have been called into service for those in the past. And you know, when crisis hits, people are told to bring in the counselors, and that's good, but it's not enough. So we can bring in a team to help so that we can introduce employees to modalities that they want to look at, because trauma resides in the body, and if left untreated, it can manifest days, weeks, months, and years later, and we want to help prevent that from happening. And then the last thing I want to show you is Megan's contact information, her phone number, and her website. So go to her website, check it out, take a look at it, give her a call, take advantage of that offer for the free 30-minute Reiki session. That's absolutely fantastic and very generous of her as well. So in closing, my dear, any last words that you want to share?
Oh my gosh. Well, I thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. And you know, I'm grateful to Sierra too for introducing us. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't had a Reiki session, I encourage people to do so. It's beautiful what it can do for people, just to help lift and help get you in touch with your true self. It's pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing. And for those of you watching this video, thank you very much for being a part of this. Check out our other videos. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Just put You Define Wellness in the search bar at YouTube and you will find us. You will find the 49 sessions as they get uploaded to YouTube. But there's a whole bunch of other content that we've been adding that you just won't want to miss out on. So feel free to take a look at that. And one last time, Megan, thank you for joining me. I feel very honored that you wanted to do this and glad that you joined the Unified Wellness Network.
Oh, thank you. I love what you're doing. I'm so excited to be a part of it.